Welcome back, Scrappy fans, to another process video. Today I have a Project Life spread. Ta-da! It's been a little bit since I've done Project Life, it seems. This one is for my son's album, documenting some of his gymnastic skills, and also for the March Colour Challenge for Scrapping Good Times up on Facebook. So the colour challenge was to use mainly like blues and things like that, so perfect for a boy layout. So I've already picked the page protector I was going to use and some elements I wanted to add into the project, just that, you know, with the different kinds of blues that the challenge called for. I'm using this Project Life 4x6 card, but I am actually going to, as you'll see now, cut it in half to make two 3x4 horizontal cards. These are from the Boys Rule kit or collection. I got some a long time ago. I'm not actually sure who it belongs to, but yeah, that's where this card's from. It's called Boys Rule. So yeah, so I've just cut that in half. That's going to be my title card, as you'll see in a second. I use these gold thickers, letter thickers that you can see next to me to spell out Gym Fun. Now I do get a little bit tricky with the letters because I think I run out of an M maybe and an N, or maybe one or the other. Anyway, so I just cut them. You'll see me do it sort of a bit sneakily here, because, you know, I have plenty of these other letters left over, but not the ones I need. So I tried, oh, that's right, the M is a W, but I turned the W upside down. But I know that, now you know that, and hey, it works. It's called being clever, I guess, or thrifty with your leftover stickers. I really like these gold thicker letters, and not so much been hoarding them, but yeah, as you can see, there's all those random letters left over, so try to be, as I said, a bit clever with them because they do look really good on a layout. And I think for the colour challenge, if I remember correctly, there was like a gold glitter element that needed to go into it as well, so I've used bits and pieces like the letters here, and that to add the gold in. And then, you know, the pictures themselves, as you can see as I go through each of the pictures, is of my son doing some different tricks on the parallel bars, or whatever you call them. So I think that's what they're called, beams, whatever, at gymnastics. So yeah, they've got the blue elements in it, and then yeah, just different blues in throughout the cards that I use, and embellishments that I add to it. So as I said, this is documenting some photos I took of my son doing gymnastics last year when he returned back to it, so in 2016. He's actually really good at it, but does only do it every second week when he's with me. But he's quite dedicated to it, and as I said, he's really good at it. I'm really proud of him. So yeah, just documenting that down. Now I think I cut this bit out with the journaling. You don't need to see me write on the card. Now this little arrow piece came in some exclusive printables in the March Kidaholic kit, so I've just taken that out of there just because I thought it's one of the blues that needed to be used, or colour that was to be used as well in there. So I've tried to use all the colours that were in the challenge. So there was like a really dark blue, and then there's different kinds of shades of blue. Yeah, just different elements, as I said. And then just adding some of my own touches, like this wood veneer superstar piece. Just glue on there using some Helmer's glue. And I guess for me some of this was the colour challenge, but also wanting to use, trying to use up some of the Project Life cards I have, and some of these overlays, these, is it acetate? Overlays, trying to use some of those up as well. I guess I get in a bit of when the mood strikes me, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'll finish using those pieces up. And this piece here that you see says Dream Big. It was part of the Wild at Heart collection, Cocoa Vanilla collection I got in the March kits for Kidaholic kits. And I just thought that was appropriate here. Then add some of these dark blue stars, sequins, and then that one is done. And then I add the acetate piece over the top, as you'll see me do. And again, I think I cut out the whole me gluing them down. You don't necessarily need to see me using that. I'm just using some Tombow wet glue just to glue everything down. And I think I popped that Dream Big piece, yeah, on a piece of foam just to stick it up a bit and then make it sort of pop up off the page a little bit, off the card. So as I said, it's been a little bit since I've done a Project Life process video. I actually realised I hadn't done a lot, and even my other half said to me, "Oh, you stopped doing that sort of layout," and I was like, "Oh no." So yeah, I've got this one, and I actually have another one. There's a few videos that might go up. I haven't been very well the last few days, so some scrapping's been done, but I am trying to edit videos, and now, hopefully today being Friday, I might try and get the voiceovers done and start to put them all back up onto YouTube for everyone. So yeah, obviously I have my own YouTube channel, but I also have an Instagram account just for my scrapbooking journey. And also a blog. So the blog is www.scrappin.wordpress.com, and my Instagram account is scrappin_aims as well. So all there. So pop on over and follow me along on my blog and on Instagram to see what I get up to. I don't always do process videos. Sometimes it's because of technical error, and sometimes I just go with the flow and just start creating. But sometimes, and I do try and pop those ones up on my blog with some instructional pieces on how that layout came about. Yeah, so if there's not a process video, there'll be a blog post, ideally, most of the time. So back to the layout. I am corner rounding these ones just because I've used a couple of the Project Life cards that are corner round, and I wasn't going to, but because because this is from last year, a lot of the 2016 things layouts have the rounded corners on them. So I have decided for this year's stuff, I probably won't corner round, but whatever the mood strikes me. If I think it looks a bit odd being that the cards are all rounded corners, I might round the corners on the photos as well, but you know, something I'm not too particularly fussy about, I guess. Just try and look consistent. So I'm just cutting out, these cards are actually from, apart from that one that I said at the beginning, that's the title card, the rest of this stuff is from the, prismatic core kit, which I bought a few years back, and I do seem to use a lot, I think, for the blues and the boy kind of layouts, just because there's a lot of that in there, but then there's also some really vibrant pinks as well in the cards for that collection. So yeah, I've just fussy cut out that little lightning bolt. I liked the bolt. I didn't like the white card, and I didn't have a place for the card. So I've just used it to embellish one of my photos here. You can see me fighting with the adhesive, the double-sided tape. Story of my life with these tape. So just pop that down. Then I think, yeah, I add one of these flare badges. Now there's a bit of discussion around using flares on one of the scrapbooking pages on Facebook. I don't always use them, but this one came in a pack that had a mix of different things, cool little things, designs from Big W. So if you're looking for some cheap little flare badges, go and check Big W out. They had some nice ones. I didn't mind these, and they were like $4. So, you know, nothing too expensive. Yeah, what am I doing here? Oh, I know, fussy cutting out the word awesome off another one of those 3x4 cards from the prismatic kit. I sort of decide whether or not I'm going to back it onto some paper, some scrap paper, which I do, but it's to cover up someone's head that's in the picture. I couldn't actually cut it out because it would sort of cut the photo up a bit of my son. So I do just pop the word up on some fun foam and back it onto this blue paper here that you see, this sort of, it almost looks like paper mache kind of design, and then just stick that on the photo to cover the person's head. Got to be clever sometimes. Some elements you can't just chop out, so, you know, use some embellishing, that'll fix it. I always tell my kids that if they're doing some scrapbooking, you can always be fixed with an embellishment. You can always cover it up. This layout came together pretty easy. I'd already decided, as I said, on the colour scheme, obviously with the colour challenge, but the elements I was going to use, so the wood veneer pieces, the bits that had blues and golds on it, you know, and those sorts of things. I did have a bit of time in, sorry, a bit of sort of fussing around in regards to what cards to use, just to make sure that it all sort of looked right, but also that it met the colour challenge sort of things. Oh, I don't think I put that. Do I put that wood veneer piece there? Oh, I don't. Spoiler alert, I do actually colour that with a gelato, which you'll see me do shortly, and put it, it must be on another photo. So using my favourite little gold DIY shop phrase stickers here, word stickers. Not sure what I put on there, and I unfortunately don't have the layout in front of me. But anyway, I love these gold stickers. I think I've said that before. Love, love, love them. Just because the words on them are pretty basic, like everyday kind of stuff, and they're a bit funky. So they're really good for like my kids' layouts who, you know, have their own language these days. I sound so old. Now these pieces, this piece here I'm using is actually quite an old piece, and I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know if it was like Kmart or a reject shop collection. These stickers are, again, one of the first sort of things I think I brought from the reject shop, I think. But yeah, that piece, that little windmilly looking piece, has the blue stripes on it and gold, so I thought it just went really well with what needed to be done with the colour challenge. And these are some Heidi Swap word stickers. Again, they're pretty old as well. Yeah, moving on to the... I wasn't sure if I wanted to use that windmilly piece. I ended up going with it. Yeah, I tried to use double-sided tape. Doesn't work. Use glue. You see me, I think, fight with it, and then I just give up and put the wet glue on it. And even then, the wet glue was a bit of an issue. It was a bit of a trouble. I'm not completely sold on this Helmer's glue I brought from Lincraft the other week. This is this I'm using. I need a new one, like a PVA type glue. I'm just not sure that was the right one to get. But anyway, we'll see how I go with it. It doesn't seem to stick really quickly. So, yeah, I made a bit of a mess because I changed my mind in which way I want it to go. And actually, I think I chop a little bit off each of the sides so it fits better. Alright, and that card's done. Yeah, I have to wait for it to dry because it comes off. Now I'm just up to the last one. And I think this is where, yeah, so I colour this wood veneer. You'll see me get a blue gelato, and I just use my finger to blend it on and spread it around. It spreads really easy. I actually really like the gelatos. They're quite a versatile little tool to have. Yeah, you can colour wood veneer like so. You know, with mixed media, you can use it in texture paste or with water. Yeah, I've been learning the ways to use them and just trial and error, really. I fussy cut this out again. Another one of these. This is again from the prismatic piece. And stick it to this photo. I think it ends up going down the bottom. Yeah, I wasn't sure then once I did it if I was completely sold on that piece being in there, but in the end I do like it. I like that it's the different shades of the blue. And then I try and decide. I think I put something in the middle across it. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I don't have the layout in front of me, but guess we'll just wait and see. It's funny, I really like how that wood veneer piece worked. It was just the right colour. Now these little phrase pieces here came in my Kitaholic kit. I can't remember if they were actually intended for the March kit or whether or not I got them as an extra for winning a challenge. But they're quite cute. They're from that Studio 40 or something like that, whatever it is. I think they're actually closing down, so I don't think you can get them anymore. But yeah, these are great little things to use, little words to use, and I just have to pop some adhesive on them and stick it on. And as I said, I'm going to put some more videos up over the weekend, hopefully, and get some more filmed or going to plan if I've actually been on bed rest for the last few days, and today I've moved residence to the lounge room at least, and I'm editing videos and doing these voiceovers, as well as watching my favourite show, and hopefully pop in some scrapping as well. But yeah, guys, pop on over and check it all out. Give me a like, thumbs up. Let me know if you've got any questions, or if you want to see something else, or some more of something, or yeah, anything. Feedback's always great. I love getting little notifications that someone's, commented on my video. It's always nice to be loved or watched. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as I said, I've got my other social media sites. So my blog post, just Scrapper Names at .wordpress, and the Instagram account. So yeah, if you like what I do, follow along and don't miss out on anything. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. I have popped some close-ups coming up here at the end here. I will pop some close-ups of the layout for you. And yeah, as I said, this was for the Scrapping Good Time Facebook page at Colour Challenge. So here's my close-ups. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon for another process video. I'll try and pop another Project Life one up for you. Alright. See you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.